have it right there.
Okay, enough of her. Leave. You have to ignore her at some point. Okay? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nurse Dre. Thanks for stopping by. Before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. This is Miley. She's my daughter. She is going to help me out today because today we are going to be talking about aliens. So, Miley, the theory goes that there are extraterrestrials, which means that there are things living on other planets called aliens. And maybe they're coming down to Earth when we don't even know about it and like studying us. What do you think about this?
Oh, that's scary.
That is scary.
Like, what if someone's like, what if there's an alien that like, I don't know.
Did you not?
Looks like a human and they're kidnapping children or something.
Yes.
And then testing them and like their UFO things.
What if they are?
What if I was an alien?
What if you were an alien?
What if you were an alien? What if, I'm not surprised if you would be an alien.
What if an alien took me in a spaceship and made you and put you in my body and you're really an alien / human?
Girl, what's that theory?
Okay, so what do you think? Do you believe in them? Do you
Yeah.
believe that there's aliens out there? Do you believe that they visit us? Like they're smarter than us and they have better technology and they come to visit us without us knowing about it?
Yeah, I think that aliens, I think they look like people, just like less skin and like toned.
Really?
Like a mermaid would, you
Yeah.
know, we should all know what real mermaids look like. But
you think they have like a mouth and a nose and 2 eyes and like 2 ears?
yeah.
And, yeah.
I think they're just
I do
humans.
too.
I think they're humans, just
Maybe a little bit different than us.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
it's just like autism people.
What?
Like they're different,
Yeah.
and then they're really not, but
Well, think
they
about
have a
this
different
too.
they have a different thought process.
Right.
And
And think about the fact that we're all like evolving differently at different levels, and we're all on different spiritual levels.
yeah,
And so maybe aliens are too. And we all have different races, so maybe aliens have different races too on different
Yeah.
planets. So like you said, our thought process, like autistic people, maybe they're, you know, evolved higher than we are because they're smarter than we are, obviously.
oh yeah,
But their social life is different. So
Mhm.
maybe aliens are like that too. But I think that aliens have been trying to communicate with us. You know why? Crop circles.
oh my gosh, those are so confusing. Like I've always wanted to know, like, cause I watched this crew on YouTube and it's called Sam and Colby. They go around into haunted places and explore everything. And there's this one mountain, I think, or like canyon that they went to, and they found a crop circle.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, it was just in the middle of nowhere, and random, like, people would be walking right by it like it was normal.
Weird.
Like, people would be standing by it. Like, it showed in the video, too, that, like, people were literally just standing right next to it. Just standing there. Like, not even doing anything. They're just standing there. And they even walked in it. Like, they walked in the circle. And they didn't want to go in the middle, so they just, you know, stopped and, like, you know, jumped out.
Well, I have heard that in the middle of crop circles that the energy is completely different. Like you feel this euphoric feeling, like you're really happy and lightheaded kind of, and you feel like really smart at the moment and you feel really just good. The energy of it is different. But then also, what's really weird about humans is, I don't know if this has something to do with, like, you know, the way we're all just dumbed down by the government, obviously, but what if, like, see, when humans notice something like a crop circle, they'll do anything in their mind to justify that it is normal. Anything but normal. Like, we have videos, and let me see if I can pull up the video footage of this. There is a video of like 2 orbs going around the top of a crop, right? Like a wheat crop. And you can see as they go around it, the crop circle appears out of nowhere.
Like it's being formed?
Yes. But people see this and they justify it, trying to act like, oh, people did this. Not aliens. No, there's no way. And like they'll go to the ends of the earth to make sure that they deny anything that could be. And like how in the whole entire universe, how in the whole entire galaxy are we the only planet that has
something,
that has life, that has conscious life? No way. There's absolutely no way. I don't believe that.
And like, I was just thinking this about the crop circles and how you said like in the middle there's different energy or whatever. What if there's like, because you never know when a UFO is around. Like they could probably make invisible UFOs. You never know.
Of course.
And so like, what if on top of a crop circle is like an invisible UFO that just stays there until someone gets into the middle and then it just they get tested in the UFO.
Oh.
Taken away to a different universe and get tested. Because then that's how aliens come back and look like humans.
Yes. Like I said, they're breeding with us.
And the government is just trying to keep it from us. And like so many people are just like, oh, it's normal. It's just someone playing around. The government's trying to keep everything from us, but like.
But see, the government likes to keep us confused because I feel like with like all these supposed crashes, like first they'll say it's a UFO, then they deny it, then they don't, then they do, and it's like they're just trying to keep us confused from the truth, and it's just, it all feeds into keeping us dumbed down, keeping us where they can control us, you know?
What if the government works with aliens? What if the government created aliens and then had someone secretly bring aliens to different planet, place them there, and then like, boom, a whole generation of aliens made.
I don't know, man. That's scary to think about because if they could, that's scary.
Because we know the government has so much technology that they're keeping from us.
Oh, definitely.
Like UFOs, they could have made them. You never know.
Yeah. The UFOs could literally be
and
us.
Then
they could literally be the government.
And then they made aliens, like, you know, like there's a little robot in the alien's brain that's just like,
Okay, so look, this is what you're looking at here. This is the 1977 Voyager. They put a golden record and a record player onto the spacecraft that they sent out into space. Like, they shot this spacecraft out there, y'all. Out there. Way past our planets. Like, into other solar systems. And they put, like, a bunch of stuff on this record that continuously plays. And it's, like, music from our planet, like Bach and Beethoven. And then it's, like, nature sounds, like thunder and lightning and, like, birds chirping. And they also put some, like, children talking on it, like, different voices of, like, men and women. And so the hope was that people, you know, like aliens would find it and find us maybe one day. And then in 1971, before that was even sent out, this is what was sent out on the Pioneer. And this was sent out into space for aliens to be able to find us and, you know, to know where the spacecraft had come from. Because no man is going to be on the spacecraft, but it's there and we made it and we want them to find us, I guess. So what you're looking at is where they put a picture of a man and a woman, which is what we look like. They put the galaxy that we live in, and then you can see at the very bottom where they put that there's the sun, there's, you know, the planets, and we're the third planet from the sun, and that's where we sent out the actual time capsule. It's basically like a time capsule for space, for them to find us. Okay, so
it's
this
like a what's it called? A treasure planet?
Kind of, yeah.
Like,
but then look at this. The Arecibo message was broadcast out into space, and this is what it looks like. It was broadcast out into space in 1974 in hopes of communicating with extraterrestrial life. Now, what it is like binary code, and it like tells where we are in the solar system, and you know, like some math is on it. Like they have, like our solar system is on it. Formulas, sugars, bases, and nucleotides of DNA is on there, so our DNA makeup. And then also like the population of Earth at that time and all this stuff, right? Well, in 2001, this is what showed up.
That is just scary. I don't know. That's not fake.
That's it. They responded to us, y'all. In 2001, this crop circle was found in Hampshire, UK, and it was near the Chilbolton radio telescope where they were actually broadcasting the message originally. And it's like literally the same exact picture that we had sent out, like the same broadcast, but it's like flipped to where it would be like an alien civilization that was talking back to us. So like the response from the extraterrestrial civilization, the crop circle, is near the replica of the Arecibo message. The feature forms the same 23 by 73 grid, which is what we had, the grid line, because these numbers are primes and most of the chemical data remains the same, with the exception that the section detailing important chemical elements like iron and ferrous sulfate or whatever, the main focus is altered from carbon to silicon. So like our air and everything is based on carbon, but maybe theirs is based on silicon or silicone, whatever. And the diagram of the DNA has been rewritten as like another civilization's DNA. At the bottom, the pictogram of a human is replaced with a shorter figure with large bulbous head.
Right there.
Yes. That's the crop circle. Something's wrong with my fucking computer. I don't understand. Stop. Okay. Do you see how there's a little man in the middle of the crop circle with a big head? But ours,
Well,
where's ours?
that kind of looks like a UFO. Like the
Right.
little flyers on the side,
Yeah.
and then that,
Right.
and then there's the alien, and then there's
That's the
like its
DNA.
DNA.
And the top is the binary numbers and the elements. It looks literally just like what we sent out. Okay, here's a side-by-side comparison. This is ours. That's theirs. Now, how did that happen? They obviously found our message and they wrote back.
I told you they're half human. Look,
Yeah, half the DNA sequence matches ours. That's crazy.
even half of the line matches ours, except for that little indent right there.
So if you look at these two side by side, right? This is the human one and this is the alien one. In 2001, they literally found a replica of what we were broadcasting out into space in a crop circle. Now you cannot tell me that somebody went out there in the middle of the night with like some tool or a tractor and made this stuff up. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, and how would they even know about the DNA numbers and the DNA frequency and everything?
Right? Yeah, the guy with
That
the head.
obviously means something. Those
Right.
symbols in that circle.
Right.
There are symbols in that circle.
It's got to be
No.
some kind of like code or like, you know,
That
like,
looks like
you know, like when you have a QR code and you scan it on your phone, those little squares you
Uh-huh.
scan and it takes you to a website. That's what that reminds me of.
but it's just a circle.
But like, right, but like the guy's face. What? Nobody made that. That's not
That
fake.
just gives us like a clue on what they look like.
Right.
There's your
They
profile.
They literally sent us their face.
And like, it looks like they took a picture of an alien, and then they like got their UFO or something,
Uh-huh.
and you know they just, you know how you can like copy, Control V, copy
Yeah.
and paste
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Looks like they did that.
Exactly.
I mean, the picture isn't clear, but it looks like they're like UFO just flew over it with like a laser going down like.
Right. Yo, look at
That's
these. These are
scary.
crazy. These crop circles are crazy. They're definitely
my
trying to
God.
communicate with us.
Wait, what is that?
I don't know.
It shows you what a symbol is, like what it is or something. Ooh, they made a squid. Trump. Wow. That's just wow.
Does it really say Trump?
It right there. Look, Trump.
What is that?
That's not a crop circle. Or did someone just go, you know, have a crop circle and spray paint it?
Yeah, it looks like it's raised off the ground, right?
And there's shadows, so like.
Yeah. It's gotta be. But then, if you look at these other ones, like there's their shadows too, so. Yeah. Anyways, my point was, like, they have actually communicated with us, and you can't say they haven't. I mean, look at all these things. Look at this. And they say that, like, if you try to recreate a crop circle, okay, if you do that, you bend the stem of the crop. The wheat is gonna bend the stem. But if you if it's an actual crop circle that aliens have made, it's bent in a certain way to where it doesn't break the stem, but it sits over. Like, it's really strange, like it doesn't break it. So there's obviously a difference, you know, and you can tell, like, if anybody tried to fake that, you'd be able to tell. I mean, this is genuine art right here. And I really believe that if you were trying to come down out of space and, like, you didn't speak our language but you wanted to communicate, wouldn't you, like, send pictures, drawings, respond with, like, your kind of planet, like, and stuff, you know? People actually go to the middle of these crop circles. You know, I was talking about their energy. Yeah, save that picture, because people actually go to the middle of these crop circles and, like, pray and lay down and, like, they go for healing, like, all kind of purposes, because the energy is different in these crop circles and you can feel it, like, it's resonating differently when you get into the crop circle, but when you walk around it, it's totally normal. It's so strange. So obviously something's going on. Maybe the aliens are trying to reach out to us to help us evolve. Like, maybe we could be telepathic one day.
What if they're helping us try and figure out what the government isn't telling us?
Maybe. It looks like a
planet with, like, millions of rings.
It looks just like a menorah, like the Jewish candle thing.
Or like a glass, like a wine glass. That's just weird that, like, there's people laying down in it. Like, who wants to lay down in the middle of a crop circle?
Anyway.
You know they're not taking a nap either.
No.
You know they're about to get abducted.
I'm just saying, no human ever made a crop circle, okay? Not these intricate ones. Do you think that, like, mankind is ready to know that aliens exist? Because the whole theory is that, like when that Roswell crash happened, they say that, like, they didn't want to tell us that aliens exist or that they found actual aliens because they didn't think that we'd be able to handle it. And we would, like, go crazy and society would, like, break down and, like, apocalypse would come because everybody would be so scared, because you would be then taking away everybody's religion and their whole belief system, that we're the only ones in the whole universe. And everyone would get scared. So do you think that now, though, that it's 2020, do you think we would be prepared for it as a civilization?
I said not with all these Karens.
Karens?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Well,
and, like,
you think they would be the ones to freak out and break down civilization? I believe that Karens could bring down the world. I believe that.
And, like, people can barely handle when someone says they don't look good.
Right. So how would they be able to handle aliens?
Right.
I think we could handle it, honestly. I think at this point everybody knows that there's something going on in our skies. Whether it's aliens or not, whatever, but I think at this point everybody thinks that something's going on and we should know about it. And
there's so many UFO sightings now lately.
Yeah, and it's like they're kind of like letting things out slowly, because just the other day they let out this newscast that said, like, on CNN, they were like saying how these military pilots had these unidentified flying objects right next to their window, and they're like zooming in and out, like making right-hand turns and stuff. And this came straight out of the military. The military shared this with the news companies.
My gosh. We're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude.
So they are telling us that there's something going on, right?
Yeah. I just think everyone needs to know, but I know that some people are going to be able to handle it. Like, most people don't even believe in any of it. I feel like Area 51 and all that stuff, like, you know stuff's going on. Like, you know they have, like, rooms to infinity.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a hotel, and then every room you would be sleeping in is full of creatures.
Like
what if there's an alien in there?
Yeah, I bet
What if
they
there's
work
an
with the
alien?
aliens. Like they're like, hey Bob, what's up? And he's like throwing his tentacles around. He's like, hey George. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. It would
What if
be like
there's
a
like
Men
a-
in Black situation.
What if there's like a secret code with the guys that work
Right.
at Area 51? What if there's like a code with the aliens and creatures?
Yeah.
Like what if like the alien like can make a noise, like it can rub its
Right.
tentacles together or something, and it's like ling ling ling, and then it's like, hey Bob.
Listen to this theory. I have heard. Okay, do you know what a false flag is?
No.
A false flag is when a military will do something to itself in order to make the country think that they need to go to war with somebody else, and they'll blame whatever it was on that country, like the Cuban Missile Crisis or the Bay of Pigs. Like America would attack itself, right? It would attack one of its naval ships and blow it up and tell everybody that there was people on it and they died, and they would blame it on Japan or whoever, and then we get mad at Japan because they blew us up, right? So as a country, we're like, yeah, we gotta go fight Japan.
Yeah.
That's a false flag. It's just for them to have a way to go to war without anybody's permission. Basically, they can do whatever they want. Okay, so this is what I've heard. The way that they're gonna tell us that aliens exist is a false flag. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna have people dress up like aliens, and they're gonna have like spaceships that look like alien spaceships because they've already back engineered the ones they found. So they remade them, and they're gonna make it look like they're coming down to attack us, and then we attack them back, and then it looks like that we have control. If we attack them back and we win that so-called war against aliens, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm making any sense here, then it would make Americans and the world as a whole feel like the humans had control over the situation. Because if you tell people that aliens do exist, they get terrified because they know that if they exist, that means that they have come here and they have better technology than us, which means there's no way we would ever win a war with aliens. That's what freaks people out, and that's why they would then do a false flag to make it look like the aliens are bad and they're trying to attack us, but we can really beat them so that we wouldn't freak out as a civilization and our civilization wouldn't break down. Isn't that crazy?
Or what if they want to or what if it's the opposite? What if they want to go to the biggest like cities or like town squares or whatever, and they want to make UFOs? Like, how are you saying the government the people dress up and then they go into UFOs or whatever, and then they go down and act like they're attacking us? But what if they want to make aliens kind? So where you can be like friends with them.
Right.
Or
I don't know.
something.
I don't know. They could do anything they wanted to, and we would
Yeah.
never know the difference, honestly.
Never.
Never. Well, that's it for us today, guys. That's our opinions. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's a little out there, but that's what we think. But we really want to know what you guys think about this whole alien idea. Where do they come from? Are they real? Let us know in the comments below. And make sure you do hit that subscribe button, hit me up on the socials, and we will see you guys next week. Bye!
Subscribe!
Oh, do you guys want to see Luna's tutu? It says Batty for Mommy. It's her little tutu
For
Halloween.
Oh, little kitty.
And her has already tried to tear it up. And her has already messed up her hair bow. She had her hair in a ponytail this morning, and she's already messed it up. Kitty,
And now
look.
she messed up this some
No, say hi,